Hello and welcome to another episode of Morn and Eventide, where the purpose is to read the verses of God every morning and every end of day, think about their meanings, and try to apply it in our lives. Last time, we spoke about a hidden word about our creation, and that it was because of God's love for us. And today, we will kind of flip the force around to what we are supposed to do with this connection. But it's also along the same lines and topic of the connection of love between us and God. Today's hidden words are short, so we will discuss two together. I'll start by reading as usual, understanding, and then trying to apply. O Son of Man, I loved thy creation, hence I created thee. Wherefore do thou love me? That I may name thy name and fill thy soul with the spirit of life. So, once more, a call to humanity, O Son of Man, and again, a reminder that we were created because God loved our creation. Now, then starts the part where we are supposed to act. Um, we are supposed to love God that He may name our name and fill our soul with the spirit of life. So, name thy name as kind of like mention, and um, there is a possibility that this means um, for God's care and God's guidance and blessings to reach us. Okay, this is one possibility, I think. And fill our soul with the spirit of life. Well, as human beings, the reason we are alive is our soul. So, this spirit of life, our love for God gives us this reason to be alive, this energy of being living. Personally sorry. I also personally feel this when on some days or months or weeks that I'm not very spiritual, not very close. I kind of don't feel very alive. And once the spark comes back, this connection rekindles, I start feeling alive once more. Let's move on to another similar hidden word. O Son of Being, love me, that I may love thee. If thou lovest me not, my love can in no wise reach thee. Know this, O servant. So, this is a call, again, for us as part of this universe, part of the beings of this creation. And it's a call for us to love God such that He would love us. But we said God loved us even before creation. That's why He created thee. So is it possible that God would not love us? Personally, I don't think so. I think that God's love always exists. It's always there. It's always flowing. It's always endless. But then comes the clarification. If thou lovest me not, so if we do not practice this love for God and show it and act on it, then His love can never reach us. Now, in Arabic, um, this phrase is a little bit stronger. I feel, or a bit makes me feel a bit scared. Uh, yeah, kind of. Because in Arabic, the literal translation would be um, لن أحبك أبدا. So I would never love you. But then um, this translation helps us understand it even further by thinking about it in the lens that we put the veil that stops God's love from reaching us. So we know that God is all loving and all merciful. So I don't think God's love from that source could ever stop. But we can indeed stop it from reaching us. So we have to know this and keep it in mind. Now, let's think about some even further applications. Now, when you think of loving God, to me personally, I feel like it's a little bit difficult to understand what that means, even because when you love a person, you know exactly what to do. You show that love through words, you show that love through acts of service, through helping them, through listening to them, through many, many, many things, right? This is already well known. But how can we love God? How can we strengthen this connection between us? And how can we remove those veils? There's multiple ways. Um, when I thought about this, and also with the help uh, of some resources, we could think about waking up every day. Now, when you wake up every day and you're grateful for the blessings that you have, for your health, for your family, for your friends, this is a state of being, a state of mind that you are grateful for God's blessings. This is also, I think, a translation for our love for God, right? Now, treating others, we already talked about this. If we love someone, we know how to do it, right? But I think loving people around us and acting on that is definitely part of our love for God because we are loving His creation, right? And I think this is very valuable, actually, our service to the people around us. So we may be doing it without even thinking about it. And the next part is when we have difficulties in life. What do we do? Do we give up? Are we stuck? Or do we try to remain strong and remember that there is wisdom in everything that happens to us and that this path is has a reason behind it and that we would understand it later and to stay strong in the face of adversities. I think this is also one way to show our love for God. Now, one other interesting thing, we already know that, you know, improving our own spirit is definitely one thing. But even when we develop our experiences, I mean, our scientific knowledge, our practical knowledge, our sport abilities, our artistic abilities, this is also part of it, right? Because we are given this beautiful gift of the human body, the human being, the human mind. And I think pushing it to its limit, making it beautiful and perfect and able in many ways, full of gems, full of different abilities and capabilities. I think this is also an appreciation for God's gifts and taking care of ourselves. This definitely also could strengthen or be a translation of our love for God. I think that's it for now. I would love to hear from you any examples that you would like to share. Thank you once more for listening and hope to see you all again in another episode of Morn and Eventide. Good night.